Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to online classes of Iqra Hufaz Secondary Schools, our project of Iqra Education System. My dear students, in the last video lecture, we discussed the explanation of chapter number 1, Poem, The Voice of God. I hope you have understood the explanation. Make title page of this chapter in poetry section of your register and written down the keywords and their meanings. Today, we will do reference to context of this poem. Reference to context is an integral part of your board paper and contains 6 marks. So you need to learn how to do it. Reference to context means you have to answer the given questions with the help of the context given to you. If you have read the chapter and carefully listened to the explanation by your teacher, you can easily attempt this question and secure full 6 marks in your board paper. Let's go through reference to context number 1. But God declared, "Go down again. I dwell among the people." This is the context given to you, and there are 3 questions given with this context. Question number 1, name the poem and the poet. Question number 2, what does dwell mean? And question number 3, why did God declare to go down? My brothers, let's answer these questions. But before that, I would like to tell you, as you know, this whole RTC contains 6 marks. So each question in this reference context contains 2 marks. Hence, your answer must be logical and justifiable according to 2 marks. Question number 1. Name the poem and the poet. The above given lines have been taken from chapter number 1 of Secondary Stage English Book 1, Poem, The Voice of God. This poem is written by American poet named Louis I. Newman. So this answer can justify 2 marks. Same as question number 2. What does dwell mean? Dwell means to live or to stay. It is used in the poem to mean that God lives among the people, in the hearts of the people. Question number 3, why did God declare to go down? God told the poet to go down from the steeple and find him among the people by being good to them. So these are the answers to reference to context number 1. We will do reference to context number 2 of the same poem, and we will see that what questions are with that context and how to answer them. Reference to context number 2. I sought to hear the voice of God and climbed up the topmost steeple. This context has been taken from the same poem, and there are 3 questions given with this context. Question number 1. What does the poet mean by hear the voice of God? Question number 2. What does a steeple mean? And question number 3. Write 2 to 3 lines about the poet. Question number 1. What does the poet mean by hear the voice of God? The answer is the poet meant that he wanted to talk to God, feel and see him by being close to him. Question number 2. What does a steeple mean? Answer, steeple means the tower of a religious building such as church, temple or masjid. Question number 3. Write 2 to 3 lines about the poet. Louis I. Newman has written the poem The Voice of God. He was an American poet. He had religious frame of mind and had written religious poems. The Voice of God is a masterpiece of his work. So my dear students, we have so far covered two references to context of chapter number 1 poem, The Voice of God. You have to copy these two references to context in your register in poetry section after the title page of chapter number 1. And then you do not have to write down the question answers, because question answers are already given in Iqra English notes provided to you by the management of your branch. So you need to learn the question and answers from your English notes. So far we have covered the whole chapter: keywords and their meanings, reading and explanation, and the references to context number 1 and 2. I hope you have fully understood these two references, explanation and the keywords. We will meet again in the next video lecture on chapter number 2. Till then, take very good care of yourselves, complete your assignments and submit them in your relevant branches. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.